everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to be a card, a Christmas card, obviously. So I have two versions here of about the same card. It's just another way to decorate it. And I'm going to probably share this one with you because I really think it's nice. I just came up with this one and it's very easy to do if you have washi tape. If you don't have any washi tape, I would recommend looking at this video that I will put on the upper right corner, and I will show you in that video how you can make your very own washi tape. It's so easy and cheap to do because washi tape can be very expensive. So this one I have here, and I'm making sure that I'm not doing anything wrong here because it's still not dry. So I hope you'll be able to see this, but this washi tape is not glossy, but has a lot of shimmer to it. It will work with, of course, any kind of washi tape. I've done it in multicolors. You can use only two colors. You can make it in green. You just need to adapt this to your own taste. And here what I have done is just using some fake snow. I'll talk about this a little later if you want to do that option instead. Okay, so first what I've done here, and because it's really bright, I wanted to use a dark background. This is why I've just used a plain black card. If you want to use any other color, like blue, that's fine. I've tried, but it wasn't really matching with my tree, and I really wanted to focus on that Christmas tree and not that much on the background. And also because it's very shimmery, I decided to have a kind of matte background, even though I have some stars. I think you can see the glitter a little bit here and there, not too much, because I really want to focus on the Christmas tree and on the presents underneath. Also, what you can see here is that my Christmas tree is three-dimensional. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, but I've used some black foam, and I'll talk about that also later because I make my own dimensional foam to put underneath here or to use also in shaker cards. So what you will need for this is a card. This is an A2 size card. You can do this, of course, in any size. You will need some embellishments like these. You know, there's little buttons. They have a metallic background on it. Oh, it is very dark. Why is it dark? Maybe because I have a dark paper? Let me see. Sorry about that. I need to fix this. All right, so you've got these embellishments with a metallic back. They're also buttons usually, but I think they're really great for this project. You could use some sequins if you wanted to. I'm gonna use also these little stickers, embellishments in different colors. For this one, I have used pearls that already came in these shapes, and I decided to use a heart for the top part. So you can find these on Amazon or AliExpress. They're very cheap, and I like the sizes also. And I'm gonna probably do a tutorial on these and making some pieces of jewelry, because you can use the same items into different projects, so you have more bucks for your money, right? Okay, so let's start. And of course, washi tape. So first what I have done is I cut a Christmas tree into paper, and I don't have any dies for this. It's so easy to do by hand, and I'm going to show you this. So I've used a white kind of vanilla color, but in order for you to see what I'm doing. But if you want to make it black so nobody's going to see anything, but honestly, when you look at the card, you don't see the white underneath, because let me show you there. You don't see the white, okay? It's really, really nice. So that's what I do, because I don't use this paper a lot, so I decided I was going to use it. What you're going to do is you're going to take your card and measure the size of your Christmas tree that you want to draw. So for example, here I want my Christmas tree to kind of fill up the card pretty much. So in centimeters, it's going to be about 10 centimeters. In inches, it's going to be, my card is 4 1/4. It's going to be 4 inches. Okay, that's going to be my base, 4 inches, and the top, I'm probably going to make it 5 inches. 5 inches seems to be okay. So I said 4 by 5. So 4 is my base here. So I'm just going to measure 4 inches, and I've already put a dot here, so I can do it again. Put a little dot there, and I'm also going to put a dot at 4 inches and one just in the middle, which is 2 inches. All right, this is more or less the base of my Christmas tree. I hope you'll be able to see this. Let me come a little closer. Okay, I've got 3 little dots there. Then I'm going to turn it around and calculate here 5 inches. And I try to be kind of accurate there, not too crooked. Try to make your, we're not going to make any line, but just try to put your 5 inches here on top to be in the center of your base. All right, so I've got another dot here, and now I'm just going to trace a line from my top here to the edge there on my other dot that I did here. Remember 4 inches? I'm going to do the same thing here. All right, so this is my triangle. This is my Christmas tree. And I can see it's not really straight, but I'll manage with that. And you can leave it as is. You don't have to make the trunk. I'm going to make a trunk, so I'm just going to leave a little space here. It's going to make it not as wide, but that's going to be just fine. And this is where I'm going to cut my base. And because I've got this little point here in the middle, I'm going to do a trunk. And I'm going to use this as a guide to make the trunk kind of centered with the top of my tree here. And that's it. You don't need much. If you have dye, of course, it's going to be easier, but honestly, it doesn't take a long time to do this. Well, I'm going to cut it here very easily. You know, there are some shapes like this that are not that useful, but if you do use triangles very much, well, I mean, that's totally up to you, right? And now here. So it didn't change for the size, it's just that it's not going to be as wide since I have my trunk. I guess I should buy some other scissors. They're quite old. There you go. I'm going to make this a little cleaner. And that's it. And you've got yourself a nice triangle. Okay? So, let me see if it's really straight or not. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to just shorten it a little bit more. On this side, I think it's much better now. Okay, so now I'm going to put my washi tape on top of it. And what I'm going to use here is just a little bit of baking paper because I don't want my washi tape to stick to my paper here. And I've got different colors. I've got silver. I've got this pewter color, not pewter, but orangey color. It's pink. I've got some blue and this one as well. So copper. Yeah, that's the color I was looking for. I don't have any green anymore. So I'm just going to do with what I have. And I'm going to start, I think, with the pink. So let me find it. It was there a few minutes ago. That's good. I'm going to start here on my base with my pink. And I'm trying to really cover all my paper. I don't want to see this paper underneath, right? So I'm just going to cut here. I don't have to be very accurate right now. And then I'm going to build up my color like this, my Christmas tree. And I'm going to go on top. I'm just going a little over the edges here because it's easier and you're not wasting that much, honestly. That's good. Right, and then another color. I try to alternate the colors. Maybe blue. I'm doing the same thing, or yeah, maybe blue. Yeah, I want a darker color on top. Right, now that this is done, you can turn it around. And before cutting, I almost forgot something. Before cutting the edges, take your bone folder, and if you don't have any bone folder, you can take the back of a spoon and just burnish it down to make sure that your washi tape is really going to stick well to your paper, because sometimes when it's a bit old, it tends to not stick that well. So it's just to make sure. Now that this is good, I'm just going to cut all the excess away, and it's easier and quicker to do it this way. All right, let me throw this away. And same thing on the other side. Right, good. Okay, Now that this is done, I'm not going to put the foam on the back yet. I want to decorate it first. So let me see what has happened here. Oh, it's just a little piece there. All right. So what I'm going to use for this one is not the same embellishment that I did with my snow card. I'm going to go with some, hey, why not some sequins? So I've got my sequins here, and I'm also going to take a fine applicator glue here, and I'm going to put a few dots here and there. I don't know exactly, whoops, how many I'm going to put. More or less like this. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. I just think it's easier to figure it out a little bit ahead of a time. Maybe here. Okay. And whoops. And now I'm going to take my sequins and just apply the colors where I want them to be. So I've got one here. All right, I think I have put enough and it's good for me. I just forgot to put some washi tape here on the trunk of my tree, so I'm gonna take this color. I need to cut it straight. There we go. Oh, I've missed a spot there. Okay. And I'm not going to cut it because I'm going to put my dimensional foam on the back. I probably need to put one more here. So what color am I going to use? I'm going to use another red. Another red, I said. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So if you're happy with this, and I need to put something on top, and I don't have a big star, but I have this blue embellishment that I think is really nice because it looks like a bow. It is a bow, in fact. So I just think I'm going to glue it down here, and I'm going to use my double-sided tape for this. That's going to be enough. You could put a glue dot if you wanted to as well. There you go. Good. I really like the way it looks with the blue underneath. I really appreciate that. So now, if you're happy with it, I am going to put my foam. And maybe you should wait for this to dry because look at this. I'm putting my fingers everywhere in the glue and the sequins. So make sure this is dry probably before doing anything else. So I've got my foam here, and I usually do my own, and this foam is black, and you'll see this in a minute. It's really easy to do. I'm not going to put foam everywhere. I'm just going to put some in the middle of my tree here. So yeah, that's going to be fine. And you don't have to put it everywhere, honestly. And because it's black, you won't even be able to see it. So it's just normal foam, fun foam, where I have put double-sided tape on both sides. And when I need it, I just have it on hand. And I use my scraps for this. It's another way, it's very economical as well because, you know, don't throw away things that you can use. Even though it seems empty, you can still use it. I'm going to put it there, just in the center. And I'm going to put 2 more pieces here on the sides. You could put some on the trunk if you wanted to. I don't really think it's useful. Just gonna cut this in half again. See how it's easy to do. And I like to use the, what is it called? Sequin. Yeah, Sequin. That's the brand of my double-sided tape. It comes in a variety of dimensions. Well, when I mean dimensions, it's more like not thickness, but width. This one is a very, very big one. I think it's about 2 or 3 inches. It can go up to 6 inches. Now that I'm happy with this, I'm just going to center it on my card. And I'm going to put it on top here. That's good. Okay, and on the sides as well. Okay, Good. And now I'm going to do some decorations. So again, many ways to do this. And I'm going to put a little bit more, not sequins, but some, you know, little stars shapes. And I only have green and silver, but that's fine. I'm going to do that. A little bit of that glue again. That I'm going to put here and there. You can put some snow, but it needs to have something shiny. Because my Christmas tree is really bright and it's already shiny, I didn't want to put some background that is also too shiny, because the focus point needs to be your Christmas tree, not the background. So I really wanted to focus more on the Christmas tree and have a matte background here. Even if I add a little bit of spark to it, I like it. This is not working that well. There you go. So I'm just, you know, using, if I had some gold stars, I would have used them as well. I'm more a gold person than a silver one, but for Christmas you can use really whatever you like. Tell me, what are your colors for Christmas? Are you a bit like me, quite traditional, just using, you know, red and gold and green and white? Also, don't forget white. Or do you like to mix and match different colors? Do you change colors every year? I usually do, not the same decorations, but I usually stick to the same colors every year. Do you change? Oh, yeah, that's funny. I'd like to know. Look at that. It's still very shiny. I hope it's not too much. I'm going to do some white dots with this three-dimensional paint to fake some snow. And I always have a hairpin or some kind of pin here because it clogs very quickly on you. So always have some of these with a little tissue to wipe all the excess. And I'm going to put some of these dots to have some kind of dimension as well on the background. You see, even though, come on, girl. It was working few minutes ago. Oh, yeah. That's something I wanted to avoid. Don't do that when it's clogged. Make sure that first you train on a piece of paper so it's not going to, you know, you're not going to spill it or spit it all over the place. And if your dimensional paint doesn't stay as bumpy, you can go back above it. See? I think it's okay. So now for the bottom, you have different options. I'm just going to share one with you. So what I've done here for this one, for my fake snow, is I've used double-sided tape that I put here and a little bit on the edges. I didn't want something too straight. I wanted something a little bit more natural, and I do need to put a little bit more. You can use also liquid glue, but what I don't like with liquid glue and cards is that it tends to buckle. So this is why I've used some double-sided tape first. And if you think it's not dense enough, when you really press down your fake snow, I put it into a little baggie like this. It's really a nice fake snow. You could put also glitter if you don't have fake snow. When I really pressed it down, then I came over with a little bit of Elmer's glue on top, and I added more fake snow because otherwise it was a bit too translucent, and I wanted something really white. This is what I've done here. Now for this one, I've done something different, and this is what I'm going to show you because I really think it's nice as well. So I've got these embellishments, and I'm going to pretend that they're presents, and I'm going to put them here on the bottom of my tree. What other color? No, I'm going to use this green one here. Okay, I know it's dark, but in real life it's much brighter. So again, you can use liquid glue. I'm going to use my Tombow there because it really sticks really well, and I'm not putting it straight. You see, I'm putting my embellishments on a side, some straight, this one straight, and I'm leaving this time a bit more space on top, which I didn't do before because I want to pretend that there's some bows as well, tiny bows. It's gonna be maybe a bit more realistic. So let me put it this way, this one, that one. That's good. All right, and a really good look at that, how shiny. Okay, I hope it's not too much. So now what I'm going to do is use my same acrylic paint, my puffy paint here, and I'm going to go across there. Am I centered? Yeah, and I'm going to go a little closer. Right. So now what I'm going to do is just go here across there, and I'm going to change color. I'm using white here, and I'm not really touching my piece underneath. If you want to have a lot of dimension, don't touch it because it tends to flat down. And I just need to clean there. And I'm going to try, if it's not too thick, or I have another idea. Because I don't have a lot of space here. I'm going to try to kind of make a bow, or pretend it's a bow on top there. You don't have to do this. It's just to make it a bit more realistic. If you have enough space, you could do the same thing I've just drawn with your acrylic paint. And I'm going to do another one, maybe in red this time. Okay, so I'm going to use the red here on the green. All right. Okay, it's not perfect, but I may be going to use white here also. If you have green, go for green. White on my red, otherwise I'm not going to see much. And I think it talks to itself. People are going to understand that these represent presents. Yeah, I like it, and I might do another red here. And before it dries, I'm going to correct my mistake on the other side. Let me take a piece of paper here, and I'm going to take it away. Try to have something neat. There you go. I like it this way more. And here I've got more space, and also this is much thinner. I'm going to try to make a little bow there. All right. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I should have, skipped that part because it's not perfect, but I wanted to give it a try. I think I would leave it without. Honestly, I would leave it without. It doesn't need to have these little bows on top. I think it's a bit too much, but now that I have done it, I need to keep it. So there you go. I think it's cute. Don't you think so? Give me your opinion here. And I want to put something else maybe in the sky. I want to put some yellow. So if you have gel pens like this that are glittery, you could use these as well. Just to kind of, make it look like a star. Like this. Like almost a shooting star. Very random, very easy. Hope you saw what I was doing. See that? These little like stars way behind on the background. That's nice too. It doesn't really look that gold, but if you have a better brand, or if you could recommend some good gel pens, because they tend to dry on me very quickly, and almost every year I need to buy some more. So there you go. So easy to do. And of course, I would recommend putting a white piece of paper in your card. Otherwise, you won't be able, if you sell these cards, or if you give it to someone, they need to be able to write easily. Not everybody has a gel pen. So there you go. Easy, quite quick. You don't need a lot of expensive subs. You don't even need dies to do this. So there you go. I hope you really like this video. Please give me some thumbs up. Also share on social medias and subscribe to this channel. And please leave me your comments. I'll always come back to you, or if you have any questions. Take care and see you soon for other videos. Bye-bye.